Welcome back, Gooners family. 4 things spotted from latest Arsenal training session with Rice and Timber injury return hint. Mikel Arteta faces multiple injury concerns ahead of Arsenal's Premier League clash against Wolves on Saturday, with several key players absent from training. Mikel Arteta, in his Arsenal squad, hit the training ground on Friday, gearing up for their Premier League showdown against Wolves. With a tight schedule between their Champions League match in Belgium on Wednesday and this weekend's fixture at Emirates Stadium, the Gunners are likely to have just one full session at London Colney. Injuries were the hot topic at Arteta's press conference on Friday, with concerns over Leandro Trossard, William Saliba, Declan Rice, and Jurrien Timber. The latter two featured in the loss to Aston Villa, but were ruled out for the Club Brugge match a few days later. Saliba has been absent from both of those games and the 2 prior, while Trossard has clocked up only 78 minutes in Arsenal's last 5 matches. A potential new injury worry has also surfaced from training that could significantly disrupt Arteta's plans. Mikel Arteta's answer to transfer questions speaks volumes amid Arsenal injury crisis. Mikel Arteta gave short shrift to a question about selling one of his squad in the January transfer window, with Arsenal struggling to cope with the number of injuries they're suffering. Mikel Arteta is hopeful that Gabriel Jesus can become a crucial part of his title-chasing Arsenal squad after returning from injury. Jesus is back in contention for selection after spending 11 months on the sidelines following a serious knee injury. The striker came off the bench in Arsenal's 3-0 win over Club Brugge in the Champions League on Wednesday night. It's a case of top plays bottom in the Premier League on Saturday evening as Arsenal host Wolves, giving Arteta a good chance to ease Jesus back into action. His return comes at a good time for the Gunners' boss, who could be without 8 players due to injury. Attacker Kai Havertz remains on the sidelines, while Leandro Trossard is a doubt. And the busy Christmas period shows why having a big squad is so important in the title race, with just 2 points separating Arsenal from second-place Manchester City. That is why Arteta wouldn't even consider offloading Jesus, who is under contract until June 2027, in the January transfer window. Asked in Friday's pre-match press conference if Arsenal would consider selling him, Arteta responded, "No, I don't consider that, especially with the situation that we have right now." Arsenal scouting goalkeeper as Mikel Arteta's David Raya plan emerges. "I think Gabriel has a lot to offer to the team, and he's proven that straight away in the first minute that he was available to play. He's put so much to be in this position again, and now the focus is to be with us." Not only is Arteta not giving thought to letting Jesus go, he is sure that the Brazilian can challenge Victor Gyökeres for the role of first-choice striker. "Yes, a player of his quality, a player that has given us so much," he said when asked about the possibility. "He comes with the energy that he came the other day. He's certainly a player that has to be pushing and aiming for that, that's for sure." The player himself is delighted to be back after such a long and difficult spell on the sidelines. "So, with 11 months of helping myself, and then feeling scared to come back different, maybe with some limitations, just to walk outside and then play with the boys, I'm so pleased," he said after the Brugge game. "I feel more than ready, so I'm here to say God saved my life." He will be needed in the coming weeks, with Arsenal facing Wolves, Everton, Brighton, and Aston Villa in the Premier League, with a Carabao Cup quarter-final against Crystal Palace sandwiched in between. Arteta is not expecting a walkover against Wolves, despite the club sitting rock bottom with 2 points from 15 matches. "In any Premier League match, and especially against a team that is fighting against results," he said. "I know the manager really well and how he's going to push and get the players ready to do that. So from our side, we're going to go full gas from the beginning because we know what we have to do." Arsenal scouting goalkeeper as Mikel Arteta's David Raya plan emerges. David Raya is enjoying another outstanding season for Arsenal, but Mikel Arteta always wants competition for places in his squad, with Gunner scouts looking at a new goalkeeper. Arsenal are planning to give David Raya long-term competition after sending scouts to watch on loan Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper Leandro Trossard. Gunner star Raya has the number 1 spot locked down this season, with summer signing Kepa Arrizabalaga restricted to just 2 appearances. Kepa, 31, is a year older than Raya and is unlikely to be a long-term replacement, even if Raya were to lose the gloves for some reason. Arsenal also have 19-year-old Tommy Setford, as well as Alexis Rojas, 20, on their books, but they could be about to add a more established shot-stopper in Ramesh. The ex-German youth international has starred on loan at Heidenheim this season, dislodging club legend Kevin Müller. Ramesh was only signed by Dortmund in February after a spell with Ajax, penning a 4.5-year deal. His performances have caught the eye of various clubs, including Arsenal, according to German publication Sport. The Gunners said claim to have flown scouts over to Germany to watch Ramesh in action. No formal approach has been made, and as things stand, the 24-year-old is due back in Dortmund at the end of this season. His future at his parent club is uncertain, though, with Gregor Kobel currently BVB's clear first choice. Arsenal and Chelsea put on alert as £43 million wonder kid breaks silence on transfer speculation. That could prompt Ramesh to entertain a move in 2026. That wouldn't go down too well with Kepa, of course, and Arteta is a big fan of him.
David has been incredibly good for us in the last few years, and Kepa knew that when he came in, but he's ready to compete, the Arsenal manager said before Kepa made his second appearance for the Gunners in October. If I have to highlight behaviors in that dressing room and culture, probably I would mention him as number one, because again, he's come into a different environment after winning everything in football, almost. Do Arsenal need to sign another goalkeeper? Have your say in the comment section. Being in the national team, Chelsea, Real Madrid, big clubs, and he comes here and every single day he's behaving like tomorrow's training session is the most important one in his life. He will have his chances to play, he's in a really good place, and if he plays tomorrow, I'm sure he will be really good. I think Kepa has raised the level, he has created a true great environment for everybody to shine, and I think that's down to him. Unai Emery issues Aston Villa title contender verdict amid Arsenal and Manchester City Premier League battle. Aston Villa are just 3 points off the Premier League summit, having beaten both Arsenal and Manchester City this season. Unai Emery has said Aston Villa are not Premier League title contenders. Villa have, surprisingly, emerged as the closest challengers to Arsenal and Manchester City as the halfway point of the season approaches. Going into Christmas, Emery's side sits third in the table and are 3 points off the summit. Furthermore, Villa are the division's form side after beating Manchester United on Sunday evening to record their 7th straight league win and 10th across all competitions. Unai Emery has said Aston Villa are not Premier League title contenders. Villa have, surprisingly, emerged as the closest challengers to Arsenal and Manchester City as the halfway point of the season approaches. Going into Christmas, Emery's side sits third in the table and are 3 points off the summit. Furthermore, Villa are the division's form side after beating Manchester United on Sunday evening to record their 7th straight league win and 10th across all competitions. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.